we've got Masashi Maru, the Yokozuna, in the lead with 10 wins and 1 loss. Behind him, Takanohana, Kayo, Chiyotakai, Asashoryu and Kotomitsuki. 5 of them with 9 wins and 2 losses. Well, that looks at this strange angle like Takutoriki is right on the brink of demotion down to the out of the Juryo division down to the Makushita division, and he's that will almost certainly mean he'll retire. So everybody is anticipating that he'll do that, along with Terao as well. But let's go to our Makuuchi bouts, and it's Asanowaka against Aminishiki. They fought 6 times. Aminishiki's won 4. Let's see if Aminishiki can keep that going. Asanowaka on the retreat there, but driven back hard and fast by Aminishiki. Well, the judges are, one of the judges at least, is querying the referees. No, it's there, the chief judge, Chiyonafuji, one time Chiyonafuji, no longer known by that name, backs the referee. Gumbaidori said it's Asanowaka who gets it. 6th win for him, 5th loss for Aminishiki. Now Kyokushuzan fights Hokutoriki. Hokutoriki's had a lot of these pulling type wins, the Hikiwaza. Well, that's, he gets dumped there by Kyokushuzan with hatakikomi, which is included in those Hikiwaza. Hokutoriki's been told by his stable boss to ease off on the pulling techniques. He said, push the man out. And Hokutoriki said, quoted, saying he's frightened to go back to his stable. Now Wakanoyama against Tamanoshima. Both around the same weight, both around the 154-55 kilo mark. Wakanoyama sinks low, drives with the head, got a lowish touchy eye. Tamanoshima a bit higher. Tamanoshima keeping it open, although Wakanoshima's buzzing a bit. Wakanoyama's buzzing a bit there, but he gets slapped down again. Well, certainly we're seeing a lot of these slap downs and pull downs. Haven't kept the count in my head, but certainly there seems to be rather a lot of them. Now Buyuzan, he's got 3 wins, not doing very well. Tochisakae also 2 wins. These two will certainly drop down the ranks next time, but they're high enough up the Maegashira rankings not to worry too much. Well, Buyuzan eventually gets that one. Drives Tochisakae over the edge with oshidashi. 4th win for Buyuzan. He's already got Makikoshi. And 6th loss for Tochisakae. Takanowaka fights Gojoro. These two have never fought before. Gojoro back from the lower ranks. Once had 11 Makuuchi Basho in the past. Slightly slowest start from Gojoro, but eventually speeds up as Takanowaka gives him a bit of stick. Survives that. And now they're more or less locked. Hands on the belts. In the middle, there's an overarm grip there. Takanowaka frees it up, breaks away, puts his hand on the back of Gojoro's neck and drives him down. So katasukashi win there for Takanowaka. Tamakasuga against Kyokutenho. They've fought 12 times previously, each has won 6 times. Both around the 150 kilo mark. Kyokutenho making the run in there, but Tamakasuga comes back, drives him to the edge, and there's a step over. Kyokutenho falls backwards and steps out. Tamakasuga takes his 9th win. Much better than previous Basho when he only scored 6 wins at the end against 9 losses. The crowd almost hushed in anticipation of Takanohana's bout. All the wrestlers coming out, getting ready. That's Musoyama there, thinking about his bout at the end of day 12. He'll be against Takanohana. Now we have Tokitsuumi against Kotoryu. Kotoryu is said to do ideal sumo, always comes out straight. He's also said to be a connoisseur of incense, which is one of the traditional arts of Japan. That's what sumo do, is knows an awful lot of good. Well, it's the belt grip there by Tokitsuumi that manages to drive Kotoryu over the edge with yorikiri. And the winner there gets the Kensho money, Kensho kin as it's called. Now Kasuganishiki against Shimotori. Kasuganishiki in his debut in this Makuuchi against Shimotori, never fought before. Well, that was neatly sidestepped at the end there. Shimotori overreached himself and Kasuganishiki shrugged off his charge. So tsukiotoshi win there for Kasuganishiki, 4th win for him. Now we have 2 lively characters. Toki loves slapping his belt, always does that as he comes out. Takamisakari with his peculiar movements. And apart from his peculiar movements, he's pretty good as well. He's beaten some good men. Well, he's driving Toki back over the edge, so that's 3rd win for Takamisakari. They say he does his one of his moves, the sashi, that's getting the inside grip with his strong arm. He does that from a peculiar angle that the wrestlers find rather difficult to cope with. So there, Takamisakari beating Toki. 9th loss for Toki. Now Tochinonada against Takanonami. Tochinonada, well, he's got 9 losses. He's got no obvious injuries. He says that he just can't get his tachi-ai right. Well, he's locked on tight to Takanonami there. And he seems to have got the big man on the run, but typical of Takanonami, he's got that wraparound grip with his right arm. Pretty good at that, but Tochinonada dumps him. Well, that's 3rd win for Tochinonada. A little bit of a late comeback for him. I say 60% of the victories in sumo are from a good tachi-ai. So if you can't get the tachi-ai right, you've got a few problems. Now Tosanoumi against Miyabiyama. They fought 14 times previously. Tosanoumi's won 8 of them. Well, that was a heavy start there. Head to head, thrusting to the throat, more head banging, more throat pushing, and there's a slap down as Tosanoumi came forward too hard. Miyabiyama's 5th win. Up to this point, he had 7 losses. If he'd lost that one, it would have been Makikoshi. And that was the 7th loss for Tosanoumi. So not yet at the Makikoshi stage. Now Kaio coming out against this man, Wakano Sato. They've fought 12 times in the past. Each has won 6. Kaio on a bit of a roll this time. Got 9 wins already, locks in tight, goes for the belt. Kaio driving in, bigger of the 2 wrestlers. Heavier than Wakano Sato by some 15 kilos. And if it wasn't for Kaio's injured hip, he would have been Yokozuna material. When he's good, he's really good. And there he gets Wakano Sato on the run, drives him out with yorikiri. 10th win for Kaio, so he's still in the race. Chance for him to win this Basho. He's won 3 in the past, and that was the 5th loss for Wakano Sato. Well, there's Takanohana going through his Junbi Taiso, the preparation exercises. And he comes out to take his place. The Tamari Seki at the edge of the ring. There's the man he's fighting, Musayama. Doesn't look quite so happy as Takanohana. Now Koromitsuki against Chiyotakai. They've had 6 fights before. Chiyotakai's won 5 of them. Koromitsuki won a tournament a year ago. Chiyotakai's won 2. But well, that was a brilliant victory there. Quick exchange of tsuparis, then a single thrust to the chest of Koromitsuki just dumps him into the laps of the audience. 10th win for Chiyotakai, 3rd loss for Koromitsuki. Now we have Musashimaru, the Yokozuna, who's in the lead with 10 straight wins, fighting Asa Shoryu, who's got 9 wins and 2 losses. Just 1 step behind. This might level it up. And Musashimaru just driving forward. He traps the arm of Asa Shoryu. Asa Shoryu almost spins him round. Musashimaru fighting for that overarm grip and applying pressure on the arms of Asa Shoryu. Asa Shoryu trying to bounce him over the edge, but it's the overarm grip that dumps Asa Shoryu down. Now that was a hard fall, no 2 ways about that. 237 kilos spinning him over and down, but he gets up from it. It's a hard surface they fight on. 11th win for Musashimaru, 3rd loss for Asa Shoryu. And now we have Takanohana with 9 wins and 2 losses. Musayama with 7 wins and 4 losses. But the interest is on Takanohana. He's chasing Musashimaru. Musashimaru there assisting Musayama. The fellow stablemates, of course, hands him over the Chikaragami, the so-called power paper that they use for wiping themselves. Chikaramizu, the power water that they use to rinse their mouth, not to drink. And Musayama going through the Sonkyo, the Churichozu. These are the rituals they do and repeat until they actually squat down and go for real. These rituals normally take 4 minutes or so, and the tension builds up wonderfully. And then eventually the signs are that it's going to go. Time's up. Matanashi, as the referee says. Now these two have fought 36 times. Takanohana's won 25 of them. Musayama back from the line. Uncertain start there by both wrestlers. Now Musayama comes across, drives towards Takanohana, whose leg finds the edge of the circle, but it looked like Musayama touched out then, but the referee, there it goes. So Takanohana, 10 wins for him now, still with 2 losses, 5th loss for Musayama. Very competent Yokozuna-like performance from Takanohana. Must be said, his knee is not giving him any problems at all. Let's just watch that one again. So they both lock on. A little bit of skid away for Takanohana, but then he locks on the belt, starts driving forward, rocking Musayama from side to side. Then there's the overarm grip as he takes him over the edge. Steps out, so win there for Takanohana. So at the end of day 12, it's Musashimaru in the lead with 11 wins and 1 loss, and it's Takanohana, Chiyotakai and Kaio 1 step behind with 10 wins and 2 losses. But there's 3 days to go, plenty of other possibilities before we reach the end. Well, thank you for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow with the last 3 days of the Basho. This is Syd Hoare from Tokyo. Bye for now, and sayonara.